Coming up next, Guiding Lights, Anthony Stewart reveals why a top model has been keeping him up all night.
Our next guest has managed to get married 5 times to the same girl. Well, now audiences are wondering, could it finally be the end of Springfield's most dramatic couple? Take a look.
Yeah, you want the damaged goods, right? You want the woman
What is wrong with me wanting you to have everything?
You're a liar!
No, that you wanted before. What is wrong with that? Wanting you to be a whole person
You're living
again.
in the past! That's what's wrong! I am right here, and you don't even see me!
Yes, I do.
Or you don't like what you see, then. Or maybe it's just not enough, you know? And I'm tired of not being enough.
I'm tired too, Michelle. I'm tired of a lot of things. I miss my wife like crazy. I miss my best friend. I miss my lover. And I know this may be very difficult for you to hear, but you are not the only person in the equation.
Please welcome back from Guiding Light, Anthony Stewart.
Good to see you.
Greg. Hi. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you too. Hi. How are you? How you doing? Hi.
So I know you're an actor and a singer. Are you a dancer as well?
I'm sorry?
Are you a dancer as well?
Not a good one.
Oh, okay.
No, see, there are 2 feet that go this way.
They're both left.
Yeah, I do my best. I do it with a lot of energy.
Well, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you. How you been? Yeah. It's going around.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what I hear. At least I don't have pinworms.
Hey,
right?
Things are looking up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell us, you've been married 5 times to the same girl.
I think it's 5. Yeah, I've lost count. We've run out of ideas for how to get married. We're completely at a loss. So I think we're just going to get divorced finally.
Yeah, and that'll be it.
And we'll see where we go from there.
A lot of changes going on over there with your character.
Lots.
You cleaned out Springfield of the mafia or the mob.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I went undercover with the FBI and cleared the mob out of town. And now I'm living the straight and narrow life, and
Mr. Mom, almost.
I have no money.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
That's the disadvantage of not being in the mob anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm
raising
downside.
Yeah.
But my life is secure, hopefully. And I'm raising our little boy by myself and sort of being a Mr. Mom at the moment, which is fun. That's very different.
Tell us about Phil.
Oh, tell us about Fiddler, she was going to say. I'll translate.
I feel so bad for you right now. I hate that.
No voice. Yeah, exactly.
I'm having the greatest time.
Tell us about it. Paint the picture.
I had never seen the show, never seen the movie, and my first time seeing it was when I was cast.
Really?
So it was an exciting moment for me to watch the show.
You play the role of the revolutionary...
Perchik, who's a revolutionary student who's from the big city of Kiev, who comes to the small town of Anatevka and tries to wake everyone up to the dangers that exist outside of the village.
Okay.
But how do you do this and the soap at the same time?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it's happening.
You're doing 8 shows a week.
I'm doing 8 shows a week.
Of Fiddler.
Right.
And then you're pretty heavy on Guiding Light.
I'm pretty heavy on Guiding Light right now. So it's my main goal is to stay rested.
Yeah.
And not get sick.
Yeah. You want to stay far away. What is a typical day like for you? Just so that we
when I'm working both jobs.
Shows. Yeah,
I'd get up. I think I get up about 6 in the morning, get to the Guiding Light studio by 7, film Guiding Light. Might be done anywhere between 3 and 5 in the afternoon. Then I'll just take a quick nap in my dressing room, and then I'll run across town to the theater, take a shower to sort of trick my body into thinking that I'm starting the day over again. Yes, and then the curtain goes up at 8. It's a long show. It's about 3 hours. Comes down at 11. By the time I get on the subway and get back to my place, it's midnight. And then I've got to catch up on my latest episode of America's Next Top Model or
is that the show?
American Idol. You know, I've got to sort of get my junk TV in before I can go to bed, and then starts all over again.
Do you have to learn your lines somewhere in there for the next day on the soap?
Oh yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
there is that. I'm not sure where that happens. Somewhere, maybe on the subway.
Exactly.
Yeah, when I'm sleeping, I just lay my script over my face.
Wow.
Now, a huge icon of Broadway theater, Harvey Firestein, is playing Tevye.
He's playing Tevye, right?
Fabulous.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Well, I just saw him in Hairspray. He was amazing in that, which you won the Tony for.
Yes, yes.
Now, had you met him before doing Fiddler, or?
Nope, I'd never met Harvey before. When you're a replacement, you don't really get to rehearse with the cast because they're busy performing at night. So I was learning the show with the stage manager and with the dance captain. And by watching the show and figuring out where my character goes and what he does, and it was one of my final days of rehearsal, and Harvey showed up at the theater a little early and decided to sort of throw himself into rehearsal with me, into the scene, and I forgot everything. Because he's such a big presence and he's an amazing guy. He was so, and it was wonderful that he did it because it got it out of my system.
Well, we got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with Paul Anthony Stewart, so don't go away.
Coming up next, Lisa and Todd play a little game called Getting to Know You with Paul.
I like you very much, but I do not like this hooking up that you're doing with Tony. It just drags us right back into what we have spent too long trying to get out of. And trust me, you do not want that.
Well, believe me, I think the risks are worth it.
How?
Because you can't strike a
Explain that
deal
to
with
me.
anyone in town. What, you don't think these money problems are as much mine as they are yours?
They are, yes. But we don't need your restaurant or your club or whatever you want to call it. I have found a way to solve this.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? How?
You're standing in it.
Oh, the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it.
We are back with Paul Anthony Stewart, and now we're going to play a little game that we like to call Getting to Know You.
I think that should be the new Soap Talk music. I love that music.
Yeah, the little shaker.
Why not?
Okay. You want to start? You want me to start?
Start.
Okay, here we go. We're going to ask you a series of questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind.
The first thing that oh,
Yes. What would your fans be surprised to know about you?
that I make the best chocolate chunk cookie in the universe.
Right.
Really
Right.
good.
If you were to be granted one superpower, what would you ask for?
Oh, I'd have to be able to fly.
X-ray vision for me.
Oh,
What
yeah?
pop culture?
Why is that, Ty?
I like to see through buildings. What pop culture gossip do you pay attention to?
Well, you know, I try not to, because I'm really tired of hearing about Nick and Jessica personally. But
Thank you.
but if it involves American Idol, then I'm kind of interested.
Ah, okay.
Kind of. Yeah,
All right.
I have to say.
What did you buy the last time you wasted money?
Oh, that's easy. Too many face products.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. Well, living in New York City, you know, with the wind. And
the wind and the yeah. That's what it is. It's all the wind.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's all that hard living.
Exactly. If you had to be stuck in a room for a week with one of your co-stars, who would it be, Mr. Hardliver?
Let's see. One of them, well, I'd have to say Nancy St. Alban, because we've worked together for so long, and we're very good friends. And
Guilty pleasure.
you guys are going to think I'm a reality TV junkie, but I really am hooked to America's Next Top Model.
Really?
I really am. Yeah.
All right.
You see, when I'm working so hard, I can only take in so much.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
It's got to be fluff.
It's got to be, yeah,
know,
something
it's
that I
true.
can just... and then-
That's why you should watch our show.
But I do.
Now, do you watch Guiding Light? Do you watch
I do
yourself?
not. Actually, I do not watch my show. No.
Now, why is that?
For me, it makes. I find I get very self-conscious. That was
Yeah.
very difficult for me to watch myself just
Watch
then
yourself acting
because
is-
I thought, who is that person? But yeah, I get very self-conscious, and for me, I find I'm able to focus more on my job and do a better job when I'm not watching.
Like, if you watch and you see something, you'll try and correct it when you're acting, is what you're saying?
I think so, yeah. And
Yeah,
I get,
which isn't
I get in
good.
my head too much,
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
And I start focusing on the wrong things.
I've also heard you say, being quoted as, you like to play Danny as if he has a secret that's not on the page. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true.
Now, what do you mean by that? I was going through your diary, and
Yeah, I thought that was
what
a
do you
secret.
mean by that?
Well, I always like to have something that I'm not that I'm not sharing with the person I'm in the scene with. It keeps them on their toes and keeps me on the toes. I think it just adds a nice element of mystery.
Yeah. That's what I do with him all the time.
I know, I see it.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm watching soap talk, it's true.
And believe me, I'm on my toes.
It's true. You never know. What is she thinking about you?
Yeah, I know. I never know. Paul, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck in Fiddler.